the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. A much warmer start to your week today. The sun is shining. Meteorologist Damon Matson joined us now with the latest check on your forecast. Again, Damon, a nice start to the week.
Mark, this is just beautiful right here. I mean, we saw and felt some of that warm up over the weekend, but now we're truly getting into some of those warmer temperatures here on this Monday. Check it out. We do have temperatures already into the 50s, and we have another 4 or 5 hours to go with these temperatures on the rise. 52 in D.C., 54 down toward Waldorf, and we are noticing those upper 40s still off to the west, but not too far off from everybody else. Now, that's a good pace. We are running about 5 degrees, even closer to 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday when we truly started to feel and see some of those warmer temperatures. It was on Sunday that we got that first initial spike up into the 50s. And as we go throughout the rest of the day today, we'll continue to improve on that. There is going to be a good amount of sunshine. A few clouds will pop up toward the end of the afternoon, but that is still going to lead to temperatures reaching the middle to upper 50s. And that's just the start here, folks. As we go over the next few days this week, we're even going to nudge up even more. So how many days this week could we end up getting into the 60s? And is there going to be a decent amount of sunshine, or are we going to have some rain showers mixing into things later in the week? We'll have those answers for you coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. Recent email from cost-cutting chief Elon Musk to federal employees on Saturday causing a lot of confusion. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sasay breaks it down for us.
Well, many federal workers returned to the office this morning, but according to that email, they have until 11:59 tonight to list 5 things they've accomplished in their roles over the last week. In the post on X, Elon Musk says not replying will be taken as a resignation, and now several agencies have mixed responses to the matter. And this comes as the Trump administration is working to cut down on the size and cost of federal government. And Trump recently told Elon Musk he needs to be more aggressive in cutting costs. And then on Saturday, that email was sent to federal workers, giving them a little more than 48 hours to respond. Now, Musk is requesting employees to list 5 accomplishments they've completed over the last week and to CC their managers in that email. Now, the email did not include the threat about the failure to respond that was only mentioned in the post on X. Now, several agencies like the FBI, DOD are telling their employees that they don't have to comply. Some agencies are encouraging their employees to respond, and the State Department, Homeland Security say they will respond on behalf of their employees, while leaders in other agencies are giving different directions on what workers should do. Many unions and experts believe Musk's request is illegal, and some are looking to sue. Now, according to Elon Musk and his department, federal employees have until 11:59 tonight to respond to the email. Reporting in the studio, I'm Jean-Marie Sasay, DC News Now.
Thank you. In entertainment news, iconic vocalist and pianist Roberta Flack has passed away. She was known for her intimate musical style with a highly respected recording artist in the 1970s and an influential performer for years after. You may know her for her iconic tune, Killing Me Softly with His Song. Roberta Flack was born in North Carolina, but grew up in Arlington and was actually one of the youngest students to enroll in Howard University at the age of 15. Thanks to a music scholarship, where she died at her home, according to a statement from her publicist. Flack told the world that she had ALS in 2022 and could no longer sing. Vatican says Pope Francis is still in critical condition as he continues to battle pneumonia and lung infections. It said that some of his blood tests show early kidney failure, but doctors say it was under control. Pope is still alert and active and attended Mass yesterday. Pope's condition has sparked conversations on what will happen if he becomes unconscious or if he might resign. Well, breaking now out of the district, police are investigating the deadly shooting in Northeast. It happened on 17th Street near Benning Road. Police, when they got to the scene, say that they found the man there with a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say they're now searching for a silver sedan going south on 17th Street. They believe the driver of that car was involved in the shooting. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. Also in the district overnight, 3 men are hurt after a shooting in Southeast. This happened around 7 last night on K Street. All 3 men were sent to the hospital. Police believe that all have non-life-threatening injuries. Police also say that they're looking for 4 men connected to the shooting. Well, in Maryland, long wait times at hospitals continue to be a major concern for many families in Prince George's County. Now, council is looking for ways to solve the problems. DC News Now's Tim Reed has more on the newly created task force working to cut down on wait times.
A family member of mine was having a medical emergency.
Last summer, Randy Atcherson took his cousin to the emergency room at a hospital in Largo, Maryland, and they waited 13 hours to see a doctor.
We went to the emergency room and we sat right around 10 o'clock in the morning. We sat for maybe about an hour or so until we got seen, but then following that, we didn't get behind the room to see a doctor until almost midnight.
Long wait times at ERs has become such a problem over the years that the council created a 17-member task force in 2023 to address the issue to see what can be done to find solutions. Since then, the task force has visited 9 county emergency rooms.
And I think that there wasn't enough communication to let us know, hey, there's going to be a delay.
Thursday, the council decided they need more time to allow the task force to address hospital emergency room wait times, and then they will submit their recommendations to the council.
So we do find that there are some issues that we really need to address, and honestly, we need more time to put a comprehensive package together.
Councilwoman Blagay says the big problem is there are not enough doctors.
I think that having that weight room task force is the right step in the right direction.
Our thanks to Tim Reed. Council plans to discuss the issue again during their next meeting. Well, take a look at this. Arlington Fire Department releasing this video showing a firefighter rappelling down to rescue 2 hotel employees in Arlington. Now, they were stuck in an elevator between the building's 13th and 14th floors. This happened Saturday. And firefighters say they had to start from the 16th floor to get both workers. It's unclear how the elevator got stuck. Fire crews in Fairfax County putting out a townhouse fire in Burke. It started last night on Wood Green Way. No one was injured. Cause of the fire still under investigation. Back here in the district, Pepco says that power is back on for people living in the West End neighborhood. Officials say that crews were able to complete repairs yesterday afternoon. The power outage happened Friday morning, and officials say that it started after a malfunction with the utility's underground equipment on M Street. Pepco says that they will stay in the area for a few more days to provide maintenance. Mayor Bowser continues to push back against President Trump's comments to put D.C. under government control. Last week, the president threatened to end home rule in the nation's capital and have the federal government take over. Mayor doubled down on her stance that D.C. should govern itself.
Well, the case that we actually make is for D.C. becoming the 51st state. I know there's been a lot of talk about someplace else becoming the 51st state, but we are going to be the 51st state.
The mayor made those comments during a discussion at the National Press Club. Happening now, Mayor Bowser's office asking anyone living in the district to join this year's budget engagement forum. Virtual meeting that began about an hour ago gives neighbors an opportunity to express an overview of the current budget environment, express concerns, and participate in small group discussions about how the district should allocate money. Well, in Virginia, the state legislative session has now ended, and Democrats celebrating what they call several big wins. The GOP hoping the governor makes moves with his veto power. DC News Now's Ben Dennis has the latest from lawmakers in Richmond.
2025 General Assembly session coming to a close.
I think we kept all of our promises.
Democrats, who narrowly controlled both the House of Delegates and State Senate, celebrating their accomplishments, including getting the ball rolling on 3 proposed constitutional amendments. One to enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution.
The dominion over your own body. Those are important to freedom.
Democrats also highlighting several measures they say will put more money in Virginians' pockets, including a bill to raise the state's minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2027.
We'd make sure that we created a first-class economy where everybody had a chance to compete and live up to their God-given abilities.
However, Republicans say Democrats failed to pass legislation the GOP says would lower Virginians' electric bills.
Some of us feel like we need more baseload energy. That means nuclear and natural gas.
And Republicans hope Governor Youngkin will veto several measures they believe will raise costs, including one that would create a state-run paid family and medical leave program that Virginians would have to pay into.
Our Democratic friends have put in a lot of bills that tax employees, put new burdens on businesses, and create additional tax through either energy or other ways for Virginians.
The governor has until March 24th to consider any legislation passed by the General Assembly this session.
That was Ben Dennis. Our thanks to him. Governor Youngkin released a statement following the close of the General Assembly session. He said that this General Assembly is sending me a multitude of bills, including a budget, and over the next 30 days, I will go to work to review and take action on those bills and the budget. Memorials coming in for 2 officers killed while conducting a traffic stop in Virginia Beach. Police Officer Christopher Reese and Officer Cameron Gervin were shot and killed Friday night after pulling over a car with expired plates. The suspect was later found with a gunshot wound to the head, which police believe is self-inflicted. Well, yesterday, the city of Norfolk held a procession involving dozens of police officers. Community members and businesses are also helping out the families of the fallen police officers. And if you want to help out those families, there are some ways that you can do so. The police department has their own foundation that goes towards officers in need. And in Virginia Beach, the brewery Thin Brew line is selling a special Irish stout with all proceeds going to the families.